4 months of preparation has led to this exact moment right here, where we are in Phoenix, Arizona, about to take an over 1,500 mile 4-day road trip with my 2003 Saab 9.3 and a couple other buddies to Portland, Oregon for Saab Owners Convention 2024. So this video will be a bit of a road trip vlog. We're gonna see so many amazing sights, drive so many cool routes, visit some amazing places along the way, as well as meet some new Saab friends. Knock on wood, I feel pretty good about this car. I did discover 2 oil leaks yesterday when doing my final look over. One of them looks like it's coming from the timing cover, a very slow leak, not concerned about. The second one, however, looks like it's probably coming from the vacuum pump and seems to be a pretty significant leak. So we're gonna have to monitor the oil level, just make sure that everything is fine. Of course, I don't have time to swap that out last minute. I already replaced the vacuum pump seals probably 4 or 5 years ago, but without further ado, we've got our trunk absolutely stuffed to the gills with spare parts and everything we need to travel. But let's hop on I-10 and get started. So we've made our first stop in Quartzsite. As you can see, we got about 112 miles since we've left. And as soon as we pulled out of the QT back in Phoenix, my check engine light came on. It was an ECU code that I get once every couple months, so I just cleared it. But now we have the code again, which is slightly concerning. So hopefully everything's fine, but we'll have to see. You might also see the fuel level low light is coming on. That's part of the downside with putting in the new pump, or the old pump I should say again. First 100 miles of every tank I have this warning that pops up and the gas gauge blinks at me, which is very annoying. So kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Let's hit the road again. We're almost in California and hope this check engine light doesn't come back. We are currently in Beaumont, California. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's just on the outskirts of Los Angeles, so got almost 300 miles under the belt. Just got some lunch at In-N-Out. Got Bill in front of me in the Figgin. Fun fact, this car actually has my dad's 9.5 Aero. It has its old motor in it, so that's why it's called the Figgin. Just the OG 9.3, but it has the 2.3 turbo in it. So kind of a cool little story, but this car is running good. Only issues I've had so far is that check engine light came on again when I restarted the car, the P1131 O2 sensor code. I think I misspoke earlier in the video. So we've got another, I think, almost 5 hours to get to our destination for the end of today, but we're just gonna keep trucking along. Well, I'll bet you all didn't have filming from Avon's parking lot on your bingo card for this video, but we've got a breakdown. Unfortunately, Bill's OG 9.3, the Figgin, just completely lost power on him. We're just north of Los Angeles now, right by Calabasas, if you're familiar with where that's at. So I made some posts in the the California Club as well as the SOC group. Got a lot of great suggestions for shops that we can take it to. Thankfully, there are a few options in the greater Los Angeles area. So there's one gentleman that's about an hour away that Bill has decided to have it towed to. Given the nature of where he's at, can't really do any diagnosis, so he's got AAA. They're gonna come pick him up. Apparently he had a battery light on this morning and then he just lost all power and the car died on him. So he's at the point now where his hazards don't even work, so that's why we're thinking it's either the alternator or maybe he threw a belt. But again, it's just so dangerous. I can't go back there to go help him diagnose, especially on the side of that freeway. So AAA will be on the way soon, and hopefully we'll be rendezvousing with him later in this video. I feel bad to leave him, but unfortunately there's just nothing I can do. I'm gonna hang out here though until he gets picked up by the tow truck.
I've got that V8 engine with a fuel injection. Drop the clutch, pedal to the floor. Turn that giddy button to a lion's roar. Dream machine, racing queen. I'll take you wherever you wanna go. Let's blow this town, break the speed of sound. Tonight we own the road. Dream machine, racing queen. You make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. Dream machine, racing queen. You make my heart beat. You make my heart beat. Red on the highway, flashing behind me.
Started day 2, made it to San Luis Obispo last night, and so today should be hopefully the most scenic drive of the 4 days. We'll be going up to Monterey first, and then taking Highway 1 from Monterey up to the Bay Area, San Francisco. Depending on timing and traffic up there, hopefully we'll see the Golden Gate Bridge and some other stuff, and then call it a night there. I'd like to give you all a bit of an update on Bill. Unfortunately, the news is very bad. So like I mentioned, we thought maybe it was the alternator or he threw a belt, given that he had a battery light on and then the car just died. Turns out it's unfortunately much worse than that. He ended up taking it to a gentleman named Hung, who is very well known in the Los Angeles Saab community. Huge shout out to him. He was extremely helpful. Got the car towed over to Hung, and he diagnosed the problem. At first thought maybe it was a CPS, but then checked spark plugs. One of the spark plugs was actually smashed, looked like a piston smacked it, and the engine had a ton of blow-by. He did a compression test, and unfortunately one of the cylinders has 0 compression. So it goes without saying that unfortunately Bill is not going to be able to make the rest of the journey with us, so today we'll be flying solo. I feel horrible for him. He's currently towing it back home with a U-Haul to Phoenix. But let's hit the road and get to Monterey.
Of all these dreams I can't remember, no I can't tell. I lost my mind in December. I hope you're well.
Just arrived in Monterey. Had to pay this Whole Foods toilet a visit. Outside of Highway 1, which we'll be driving here shortly, there's also, I guess, a 17-mile drive, which I hadn't heard of until yesterday. The entrance gate for that is about 10 minutes from here, so I'm going to drive over to that. I'm hoping there'll be some good spots to pull off and get some pictures and really admire the views of the ocean and the cliffs. But without further ado, I guess we can roll the montage again. Car is still doing awesome, knock on wood. We've been averaging 31 miles per gallon so far.
But all I know is what I'm told. This feeling cannot be controlled. Watch the stars when I am gone. Have faith in me, we will behold. The skies are cast, they are foretold. Watch the stars when I'm gone.
Well, this was definitely worth the $12 for admission. I mean, this is just next level beautiful. Tons of golf courses. I mean, homes that are so expensive I'd have to sell 1 million Saabs to be able to afford. But smelling the ocean, the white sand, this is awesome. Getting some great pictures of the car.
After all that we've been through, I think it's fair from me to you. Watch it burn as we soar away. Hey, hey. After all is said and done, and I know I am the one, I have waited here forever. But all I know is what I'm told. This feeling cannot be controlled. I watch the stars when I am gone. Have faith in me, we will behold the skies again.
Day 2 is done. If you can't tell, I am exhausted. I'm so exhausted, in fact, that I'm not even going to clip this to my shirt. We are in San Ramon, California, which is just east of the Bay Area. I think it was mainly that traffic in San Francisco that just wore me out, but seeing the Golden Gate Bridge, driving through that was just surreal on top of all of the Pacific Coast Highway driving. I mean, I took so much B-roll, and I'm sure 95% of it's going to get deleted because there were just so many beautiful views. But it's now about 8 o'clock. I need to find some dinner to eat because tomorrow we finally get to meet up with some other Saab folks, a good amount of Bay Area Saab people. Car is still doing fantastic. I'll see y'all in the morning. Day 3, we are away. We have just met up at IKEA with 4 other Saab guys. So we are heading up to Williams, California for our first stop. It's going to be about an hour, 40 minutes or so. Let's hit the road. We have 4 cars with us, like I mentioned. First off, a 97X Aero. We also have a black Dame 9.5. We of course have my blue 9.3. And then we have a 9.3X and a 9000 Aero. I have to say, in 8 years of owning this car, it's the first time I've ever putting 92 in it instead of 91. Morning of day 4 here in Medford, Oregon. So we've got about 4.5 hours to Portland from here. Medford is definitely an interesting place. I had a lot of issues with our hotel and you know, non-refundable reservations, so I'm out about, you know, $75 for that, but finally found a place to stay. We got Max and 97X Aero, and then we're gonna meet up with the rest of the group. Ooh, there's an old Volvo brick driving right over there. So gassing up, and then we'll hit the road. Again, car is still doing super amazing, knock on wood.
You're pulling on my walls down. I've never been exposed like this before. I'm good at shutting you out. I've always had a way of keeping closed. Beating, hiding, I've been calling out your name from the darkness, thinking it's too late. If you're finding I've been too much on your plate, I'll keep hiding, calling out your name, calling out your name.
$1,567 miles later, and we're here. It is Thursday afternoon. There are quite a few cars here already. A lot are gone on the loop drive, and even more will be showing up Friday and Saturday, so this parking lot will be packed. But we've made it, and we averaged 31.4 miles per gallon from Phoenix to Portland, which I would say is pretty good. This was actually at 32.2 before we got into Portland, but we were in traffic for over an hour, so it dropped quite a bit. But I am amazed with how this car did. We had that intermittent check engine light, we had the fuel gauge issue, of course, but overall the car was amazing. I am so happy that it made it 4 days. Very long journey. I am so excited to enjoy these next 2 days, bring you guys lots of amazing content. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your favorite part of the trip down below. I think mine has to be the Pacific Coast Highway. If you'd like to help support the channel some more, consider subscribing. You can also check out my merch, which will be linked at the top of the description. I'll see you all next time.
Take it easy.